Imagine a world where everybody is connected. Imagine a world where somebody in Japan can do a transaction with somebody in the United States without high banking fees. Imagine a world no longer ruled by greedy corporate banks. There's going to become a time when we think of central banks in the same way we think about calling an operator to talk to a friend on the phone. This weird, annoying entity that came between us and the things we actually wanted. You aren't going to drown in fees anymore. You aren't going to borrow money from a bank. You aren't going to fight a half a dozen middlemen. It'll just be you and your money anywhere on earth. And once this happens, cryptocurrency could very well make the US dollar obsolete. Once people understand how easy this is and get used to it, the demand for legacy money controlled by a government and bank is going to plummet like a rock. Welcome to the world of cryptocurrency.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Beautiful day today. Thank you guys for being here, taking time out of your schedule. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. And as a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share a suggestion, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So far online, I see we've got my man Herschel Crow from Texas. Good morning. Hola Maria. Good morning. Deborah Coulter from Colorado. Marion. Good morning. A beautiful day in Pennsylvania. My cousin, the Queen's Connectress Marnita Casa from Colorado. Sasha Brown. ILCA Nation. That's right. Marisol from Texas. Rolinda Ann McKnight. Good morning. Dagmar, good morning from Lake Arrowhead. Provis Lofties, Corpus Christi, Texas. VIP Global Network, that is my CMO. What's going on, James? Hope you had a good weekend. I don't know who that is. Facebook user from ATL. It might be Jacqueline. Marion, good morning. Is she saying good morning, Mrs. Ivy? Marion, good morning. Also, Facebook user from Virginia. Brenda Fogel. Good morning from South Orange, New Jersey. Oh, you're excited to meet my mom. And my grandmom to one mom and grandma to another. There you go. Tony Pinkston from Philly. Michael Pendleton, Mr. Pendleton, I love your shirt, man. I'm glad you took a picture with the shirt, and that was a nice Bitcoin background you had as well. Christine from Illinois. Good morning. Van from New Jersey. Peter Vargas from Brooklyn. All right, so this is a special early morning crypto talk we're doing this morning because I'm going to be bringing on a special guest, as you guys have always been hearing about. My mom, I always say I created my crypto. Oh, wait a second. That VIP Global Network, I thought that was my CMO James. That is actually, that is Steve Carter. My old mentor, Steve Carter. Welcome. Because I see James just hopped on here under his name. My CMO from Georgia. Oh, Sue Williams from Utah. Anna Clark from Dominica. Michael Pendleton, Marlboro, Maryland. Brenda is from the OKC. Sisa from Zimbabwe, Africa. Mom, we have somebody from Africa on here. Zimbabwe. Harold, that's only making my mom even more nervous. Gerald Gardner from Motor City. Good morning. Charlene from Houston, Texas. Sasha Brown, Philly, or Margot, Philly is 60 in the 60s this week. Yeah, you guys just had a cold front last week. Wow. Janelle, my cousin's mom from Colorado, was on. Janelle, welcome. All right, so yeah, we're having a special crypto talk this morning. But before I bring up the VIP, my mom, we got to check out the charts real quick and see what the crypto space is doing this morning. The markets, and I think it has actually, let's see what it tells us. It is down 0.3% over the last 24 hours. We're at 1.8 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is at 40.9%. That's actually risen. So the altcoins lost a little bit. Ethereum actually dropped to 16.9%. So let's see what's going on. Bitcoin went up by 0.5% the last 24 hours. Ethereum dropped by 0.5%. I said it yesterday in Crypto Talk. I just made a major position in Ethereum. I did a $4,000 position where I want to see Ethereum pop because I'm doing some active trading again on Binance by myself without the use of a bot. I want to see if I can beat the bot using my strategy. BNB is up 0.2%. US Ripple's up 0.5%. Ripple, you need to watch closely because of their lawsuit with the SEC. They seem to be winning. Terra Luna down 1.3%. Avalanche is up 2.4%. The last 24 hours, the best performer is a coin I've never heard of. Zito Finance. Never heard of that. It's up 24%. 126% in the last 7 days. I've never heard of that one. Elrond is up 10.9%. The Graph 7.5%. Thorchain 6.2%. Basic Attention is up 6%. Monero 5.6%. Okay. Pretty good. These are the altcoins that had that bump. The worst performers in the last 24 hours. Zcash, Heart. Heart had a run last week, as you see, all the way down to lost 57% in the past week. Radix, Omi, Pancake Swap, Cadena, Synthetics, Network Token, Filecoin, Chell. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so let's go to the guest of honor today. Is somebody that I love very much, that has had a major impact in my life as far as period. Besides your wife, the women in your family that have unconditional love for you is your mom and your grandma. And we lost my grandmother a year ago, both my grandmothers, but they have unconditional love for you and support you no matter what type of crazy idea you have. They want to see you win and succeed. So I want to bring up, and I'm going to do a proper introduction in a second so you guys can see her face right now. My mom, Cheryl Ivy. Mom, are you there? Can you hear me?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I hear you, big man. Oops, sorry.
It only took 2 seconds. 2 seconds. You gotta love it when you guys just you just heard my mom, what she calls me. All right, well, that's okay. I love my mom, and guys, I gotta tell you, my mom is a wonderful woman. She has a lot of success and accolades in her life and her career, coming from Compton, California, holding our family together, marrying my dad, the luckiest man on earth next to me, marrying my wife and I know he's around there in the background. And she has, I mean, the words can't express, what she means for me, my brother, our family, and molded to where we are today. My brother's now a doctor, and I have my college degree. I have my own business. And that attributes to the family environment we had, the upbringing, the trust in the Lord, and everything that my mom and my dad have provided for us. Now, one thing about my mom is, and I always say this about my parents, they're not too technical savvy. In fact, just getting on today, we had an issue. Like, Mom, did you remember your password?
No. This is very traumatizing. 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, Mom, let me ask you first. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm honored that you wanted me to come on and be on your program this morning. I'm very honored that you think that highly of me and feel comfortable enough to have me on. I'm a nervous wreck.
It only took 2 seconds for you to say big man. Well, but for one, I will say my parents, they just celebrated their 46th anniversary, 46 years.
Yes.
And also my dad just celebrated his 70th birthday. So congratulations, Mom. Just real quick, tell everybody, how does that help 46 years marriage? What was the secret, the key for that longevity?
I'm sure a lot of people will say this is probably a cliche statement, but it is a statement that my parents raised me on, my grandmother raised me on. First of all, you give all honor and glory and grace to the Lord Jesus Christ. And through prayer, I believe in prayer. Prayer changes things. And also what's presented the longevity in our marriage is communication and understanding and being patient. And most importantly, love. You got to love that person and show that love and respect to them. Be conscious of who they are, respect them for who they are, be patient with them, and love them for who they are. That's it.
Well, I gotta say, growing up, I saw nothing but love inside the family, and what with you and Dad, and you guys are a testament, a living example of what's possible. So again, for my parents, fortunately, I was sick during the anniversary time, and I was about to travel, and you guys were traveling too. So congratulations on the anniversary, and here's to another many, many more years coming in the future. Now, I gotta ask you this, Mom. Do you believe that education is important? Why do you believe education is so important? That you want to steal with me and my brother?
It's a generational quote that has been passed down. First of all, the Bible says, "Study to show yourself approved," and that relates to not just studying the Bible, but also educating yourself so that you can show yourself approved to the world. Education opens many, many doors for you, and it was extremely important for our ancestors to stress that to us, the importance of education and how you can make it in this world through education. There are a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people who are very successful without having an education. But for our ancestors, the way to make it in this world was to be educated.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's education is something that knowledge is something that no one can ever take from you.
There you go. You guys see where I got from. Well, one reason I bring that up is my brother and I both have a college degree. It was not even a question of whether we were going to college or not. And I know myself may not have gone to the path that my parents originally designed for me, but we found our way, and I always had that foundation of what we were taught growing up, and I'm still doing that today with teaching. So with education and in the crypto space, one thing I always say when that your mom is always your biggest supporter of no matter what you do is whenever I'm doing something new and something crazy, I run it by my mom and let her know what I'm doing. She's always the first to test out any product that I may be selling, any vitamin supplement or healthcare product. My first customer besides my wife is my mom, and she tested out. So when I got into the crypto space, I told my mom about it. So Mom, let me ask you, when was the first time, if you can remember, that you ever heard of Bitcoin? Do you remember that?
Yeah, you came home, you came by the house, and you were so excited about this new industry of Bitcoin, and you started talking super, super fast, like you normally do for anything you're excited about. That started even when you first learned how to speak. And I would always have to tell you, slow down, now give it to me slowly. And you came in the house bursting with energy. Mom, let me tell you about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blah, blah, blah. You were just spilling all of this out. And I saw your excitement in that. And anything that my children are excited about and have a passion for makes me excited. And I want to support you. So, but first I had to understand what in the world was Bitcoin? What is that? What is cryptocurrency? And you started talking to me about it. And I said, okay, let's slow it down a little bit, put it in layman terms. I'm not tech savvy. I used to break your toys when you would bring them in the room for me to play with. So you did that. You broke it down into layman terms, and I totally understand it. The only time I have a little problem is when I'm trying to log on and make my monthly deposit. If they change anything on the website, I panic. And I don't want to spend money. I don't want to send money somewhere that I don't know where I'm supposed to be sending it or doing anything like that. So I always call you. I freeze. I do not make another step until I've spoken to you and get clarification on how to do it.
Well, my mom actually said something there that sparked something, because I remember, I think it was when I first brought it to her. Yeah, that's before I went to London, the Blockchain Expo. But I was watching different expos on the YouTube, And there were, if you've ever been to a blockchain expo and you've got the audience out there and you have a panelist, and the panelists they're supposed to be the experts, and they are explaining to you what this new technology is. And I was soaking it all in. And we're doing a whole bunch of nerd talk. And so when I came back and so excited, I started, spurting it out in that nerd talk. And my mom would say, hey, slow down. You got to break this down to me. And then a light bulb went off in my head. And I told you guys, like the first time I created the crypto education, it was too much information. It went over most people's heads. And so I said, I got to break this down in a way that my mom can understand. Not that my mom doesn't understand technical things. It's just being able to explain this, because once she gets it, she gets it. So that's why the courses that you see now, and by the way, I just finished the Internet of Things, brand new 15 videos courses last night that you guys haven't seen yet. But I did it in a way that my mom can understand. And if my mom couldn't understand it, I need to go right back and do it over again. And so my mom was my sounding board. And do you remember, Mom, what suggestion that I really give you about, Bitcoin? Because you said it, just buying Bitcoin. Do you remember that at all, what I told you?
I'm trying to think about that. You mean as far as the opportunities that it presents?
Well, with your account, what did I tell you to do with your account, your Bitcoin account?
You told me to monthly, consistently contribute to that account, not to touch it, not to do anything with it, but just to monthly, consistently contribute to that account. And I remember the one time you came over and you said, Mom, have you looked at your account? No. Yes. He says, well, let's open it up and see where you are. And you opened it, and I could not believe how much gain I had from the little bit I have been contributing. I was shocked. I was floored. I was surprised and excited, and immediately started thinking, okay, where can I put this? Where can I transfer this money? What can I do with this? And you said, don't touch it. I haven't done that. I haven't touched it, but it's exciting to see how you can create generational wealth through using Bitcoin. And I'm just excited about the program. And I hope your followers are too, because I see the benefit in using Bitcoin.
Well, I know one time it was where Dad got real excited when he went at the grocery store and saw a Bitcoin ATM machine there. And you guys called me and said, look, we saw a Bitcoin ATM machine. Are you guys starting to see more and more, whether even you're watching TV or more talks in the media about Bitcoin and crypto? Are you starting to see an increase in that?
Absolutely. On television, you see commercials. On my phone, I get little blurbs that pop up that talk about people who are using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I also see different countries that are getting involved with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's just amazing to me how much this has blown up to me in a short period of time, since the time I've become aware of it to where it is now, where it's so commonplace.
Well, one thing that I always say, Mom, to everybody, where I had my aha moment, there was two things that I say. Is that one, that blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the world today, whether we like this. And I told you this at the beginning. I said, Mom, whether we like it or not, believe it or not, trust it or not, you're going to start seeing this all over the place, and we're not going to have a choice. We have to know about this if we want to survive in the future.
Yes.
But the second thing that I learned that I also share is that cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind for the most amount of people, because there's no barrier of entry. All you need is a cell phone and a willingness to learn. And when I look at the community, and I don't think I told Dad this, that we're about to have a major push with the SEAM network with bringing crypto education to the masses and doing Bitcoin boot camps. And do you think that there's going to be value in with just the community of people who have never heard of Bitcoin, might have never gone to school before, a need of knowing about this information?
Absolutely. And I think that's where your courses come in, to really educate people about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and how they can improve their lives through using it. Like I said, knowledge is power. And once you learn the system and learn how it's going to impact your life, The sky's the limit.
Absolutely. I have a very, very big family, you guys, and the hardest thing is when your family sees you that's doing something, they may not always understand it or really want to be behind it until much later, until they really start to see the results. One of our family, our cousin Marnita, for the last 3 years has been really,
Hi, Marnita.
I mean, tearing this up. She's on here right now too, Mom.
Good morning, Marnita.
And she, I mean, and I wish we'd have more family, but they watch. A lot of them watch because of Lisa, Jennifer, China, Mika. They all watch, and even Aunt Jenny. I see her; she pops in from now and then. And cousin Lisa says she's going to watch a replay because she couldn't wait to see you on the internet because she's always seeing my crypto talks and everything. But Mom, and I know you were nervous as you've gone on.
There was no preparation. You're asking me questions I have to answer off the top of my head. Later, when I see this, I'm going to say, you could have done a much better job.
Oh, no. I did that on purpose. I wanted them to see your natural, because this is what I see when I talk to you and I share things with you. And they wanted to see, a little bit of more insight into me through you. So there's a reason why I did it that way. I didn't want to have so much preparation beforehand. I wanted you to just be Mom.
Well, thank you.
not Gilbert Ivy's wife, but Brandon Ivy's mom is what I wanted them to see. And that side, and you're not on social media. You don't have a Facebook account, so
No.
They only see you by whatever I post or whatever Dad posts. Right. And I want to thank you so much for the love you've instilled, the unconditional love you've instilled in us, the unconditional support, the prayers that you give for me, my family, my brother, our kids, my wife, and for being the rock in our family and who you are. And I'm always going to be bouncing new ideas off of you, especially that I've created my own company now, the Ivy League Crypto Academy, to help continue our legacy. And from the things that you've taught is what is the foundation of this company. I don't have to answer to anybody. I do it the way I want to do it. And so we have that control, and this is just the beginning of what's to come. So, Mom, I know you've got a busy schedule. I want to thank you very much for stepping out of your comfort zone and coming on camera and speaking to everybody today. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to watch this, and anytime that you want to come back and share, the platform is all yours. Is there anything you'd like to say before I let you go?
Everyone, be true to yourself. And also focus on the quote unquote generational wealth, because our people have been deprived of that for so long. And I see Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, as an avenue to creating that generational wealth. And stay in prayer. I truly believe in prayer changes things, and you can trust my son. I love you, man.
Thank you, Mom. I love you too. All right, everybody, say bye to my mom.
Bye-bye.
I will have her back periodically. Oops. Say that last time. One more time, Mom.
Have a blessed day.
All right. And I see you back there too, Dad. Love you too. All right, everybody. You just heard from my mom. And I know she was nervous. She's going to go back and watch this and critique it. She can be a perfectionist, and she's going to go back through it. You should have said this. You should have warned me about that. But that's okay. All right, so let's continue into our crypto talk and take a look at what is going on in the news today. Let's see. And I'm going to be doing a lot more interviews as well when it comes to my crypto talks. And for the record, I did do this crypto talk publicly, not just for the ILCA community. I did it publicly, but starting now, all my crypto talks Monday through Friday will only be done in the ILCA community. That's where they're going to be done. ILCA community, and you can register for free. ILCAchallenge.com, or get back to whoever invited you here. They probably have a promoter link that they can give you so that you can register, so that you will be able to be part of the crypto talks for the rest of this month for free. Our 5-day challenge is coming up next Monday. Oh, I forgot to bring that up with my mom. I don't think she really understands that. The 5-day challenge is happening on Monday, next Monday. So anybody that doesn't know much about crypto, or you may know a lot, I can guarantee, I don't care how much you think you know about crypto, you will learn something new. Even if you've gone through the 5-day challenge before, you will learn something new. It's never the same way twice. I have been in this industry for a while. I have made a lot of money in it. And I keep myself at the bottom, always learning, not at the top to flaunt how much money I have and what type of success I may have. Always learning at the bottom. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. There's no cost to the community. Monday through Friday, 5-day challenge, register. And then you can decide if you want to upgrade to be a VIP, to be more involved on the community side, to get backstage access, to be able to ask questions. And I got to go with my mom because she said it, that anytime, Coinbase changes something up, she gets nervous. So I'll be going over there later to help her get her account back to where it's supposed to be. But let's go into some of the news we got here. Justice Department seizes over 28 million in crypto from hacker accused of serial ransom. All right. I want to say this too, because there's a lot of crypto, I don't want to use the word naysayers, but those that are on the fence about crypto, those who see the value in it, but they're nervous that at any given time, the rug is going to be pulled by the federal government one way or another. And part of that fear will be amplified where stories pick up of where you're hearing about government seizing something, because the whole point of crypto is that you control and own your crypto, not the banks, not the governments. So how can the government seize something that you control? You need to think of this in the same way as money. You hear stories of governments seizing somebody's bank accounts, right? Seizing their assets because they have the power to. If it's in a digital space, they can seize it. Or if they repossess your car or seize your home. But this physical money, if you were to bury it somewhere or hide it, can the government seize it? They may make an order to do so, but they can't actually seize it. The older generations never believed in the banks because they said, if I don't hold my money, I don't own it. Just like gold. But if it is in a situation that the government can access it, so how is that possible in the crypto space? Well, it's called exchanges. Exchanges. If you want to be licensed and registered to operate as an exchange in the United States, you have to follow certain rules like know your customer and anti-money laundering. If you refuse to do those steps, you are not able to operate in the United States legally. So the moment you have your money on an exchange, they know who you are. And if the government decides for whatever reason, whether your name is on a terrorist watch list, a sanction list, or you've violated whatever federal law from your taxes, the government can go to that agency that is registered with them, that's a custodial agency, and seize your account, which means they seize whatever crypto you have there. If you are using anonymous, and let's say you stole or hacked crypto from somebody else, everything on the blockchain is public. They may not know who you are, but they know the address you used. And they're able to track that no matter how many transactions it goes through, no matter how many wallets, that Bitcoin is being followed. Every Bitcoin is tagged. It's like robbing a bank, and then they put dye in the bag that explodes, color dye. And now the money's got this paint on it, so you can't use it anywhere. They know it's stolen money. Same concept. So the moment you attempt to move that Bitcoin offline back into fiat, you're flagged and they're able to catch you. So you're going to start hearing this word seizing more and more frequently, and you're going to hear individuals freak out about it as if it's the end of crypto, and it's not. This is what I call growing pains. Growing pains. Every new technology, especially if it wasn't created and invented by the government, will always meet some form of growing pains because it is not accepted. But once they realize it can't be stopped, they will co-opt it and regulate it. They're doing all of it at the same time. They're doing the banning, making it illegal, co-opt it by creating digital coins, and regulating it at the same time, what you saw with Joe Biden with his executive order. So let's I'm going to cover this one. How much time do we have here? Okay, good. We're only 30 minutes in. Top crypto analyst issues Bitcoin warning, predict final capitulation event. Okay, yeah, I want to see that one. Crypto traders are bullish on Bitcoin, Ripple, and Binance Coin, but bearish on one large cap altcoin. I want to know what that altcoin is. Under the radar altcoin erupts 4,300% in less than a week. I want to know who that is. We'll skim some of these. Will Ethereum flip Bitcoin in 2022? I don't think so. Wait. He's talking about market cap. No, I don't think so. Not this year. Macro expert Lynn Alden says cancel-proof Bitcoin could make its way onto central bank balance sheets. Ooh, let's start with this one. Let's see what we can learn here. If you guys would like to see me do a lot more interviews in Crypto Talk, type me in the chat box. I can bring on a lot of different people, and you can hear from a lot of different stories. Type me in the chat box. So macro expert Lynn Alden says, oh, I just had an idea too. I'm going to have to bring my dad up sometime if he's still watching this. Macro expert Lynn Alden says cancel-proof Bitcoin could make its way onto central bank balance sheets. Here's how. Macroeconomic guru Lynn Alden is laying out how Bitcoin can ultimately make its way onto the balance sheets of central banks of nation states. In a new interview with Peter McCormack on what Bitcoin did, Alden argues that current geopolitical tensions may force some nation states to start taking Bitcoin more seriously. With countries around the world freezing and seizing assets from Russians while sanctioning the country's assets, Alden says it is demonstrating a solid use case for Bitcoin. In theory, that increases the desirability of reserves that can't be canceled. The knee-jerk one is gold, because this is the one the central banks already own. It's already big and liquid. It's something like $12 trillion estimated market cap, less volatile. Now, all experts believe that crypto, or more importantly, Bitcoin, will reach the market cap of gold. Now, if gold is at 12 trillion and Bitcoin market cap is at 1.7 billion, 1.7 trillion. Can you imagine what? Hold up. My bad. Let me do this again. Here we go. Bitcoin market cap is at 742 billion. Can you imagine what this number is? The entire crypto market cap would be if Bitcoin itself is at 12 trillion. And right now it's 41%. I think by the time it reaches 12 trillion, Bitcoin dominance might be around 25 to 30%. 25 to 30%, because I think Ethereum is going to take a big chunk, and NFTs and metaverse stuff is going to take a big chunk, maybe even DeFi. So Bitcoin dominance is going to drop, but it will still be the majority. There is no reason why any of you listening right now that's involved in crypto should not be a seven-figure. You should not have a seven-figure net wealth in your assets. Okay, you would have to purposely fail to not have a seven-figure asset worth. The confidence I have in that is if you just do what I taught my mom on a consistent base, regardless of whatever the price of Bitcoin is, and accumulate crypto in your portfolio every single month. The bigger, the better. You have you have nowhere to go but up. This is the best performing asset of the past decade, regardless of volatility. You look at you pull the microscope back from the very beginning. No matter how many times Bitcoin has gone down, over time, you still see this. And it hasn't gone nuclear yet. It will. Hasn't gone nuclear yet. Abby, you just missed my mom. You got to go back and watch the beginning. My mom was up at the beginning, so you guys can always watch the recording. So let me go back to this article. So eventually the crypto market cap first is going to reach gold, and then Bitcoin by itself is going to reach gold. The longer you look out into the future, the more attractive Bitcoin arguably becomes as a reserve asset. You know, here's another reason why. For all the gold bugs out there, do you realize the average person does not own gold? And the average person will find it easier to buy Bitcoin than it is to buy gold. Did you hear what I just said there? The average person will find it easier to buy Bitcoin than it is to buy gold. The macro analyst says that before central banks buy Bitcoin, sovereign wealth funds with a slightly higher appetite for risk will start accumulating Bitcoin first. With more players in the game, more liquidity, and less volatility, Alden says the stage can be set for central banks to eye up the flagship crypto asset. They already have. I think it shows up first in things like sovereign wealth funds, because if you define something as an investment, you get away with more volatility than if you define something as a reserve. Interesting. Okay. So by their nature, central banks' reserves are supposed to be very conservative. So things like currencies or gold, whereas sovereign wealth funds, they buy things like equities. Even some central banks buy equities, but for the most, you see equities in sovereign wealth funds. And the bigger Bitcoin gets, the more widely held it is, the more liquidity there is, the more central banks can start looking at that as a viable mutual reserve asset, because it kind of fixes two things for them. One, they have an asset that can't be frozen by a unilateral third party. And two, they also can go around sanctions and they can have permissionless payments. And so that is something you think would become more attractive to countries around the world. I love that. It's interesting. I learned something new about that one. All right, what's this one? Department of Justice seizes over $28 million in crypto from hacker accused of serial ransomware attacks. The US DOJ is seizing more than $28 million worth of Bitcoin from a hacker accused of participating in a ransomware attack that impacted victims all over the world. Let me ask you guys another crazy question. If you've ever been scammed before in crypto and lost money, type me in the chat box. Me? I don't care who you are. If it hasn't happened to you yet, it will. No matter how much education you have. Education will help you to minimize the risk of you getting scammed or losing money. It won't eliminate it. You have to accept that. It's like part of the cost of doing business. You have to be able to accept that and be able to keep moving forward, even when you lose. That is the key. I can always tell the scorned, whenever I see somebody running their mouths negative about crypto, and they always use a story that goes like this: I lost all my money in one of them things. Or I know somebody that got scammed and lost everything. Cash is king. I'm never getting into that Bitcoin and crypto stuff. Two things. One, they're not educated in the space. And two, they're reacting emotional. And any roadblock that hits them, they go in the opposite direction instead of finding a way to get through it. And I know that there always will remain in a certain income bracket. Let's put it that way. Sebastian Vachon Desjardins, 34 of Quebec, Canadian, is accused of operating ransomware known as NetWalker, which targeted companies, municipalities, hospitals, law enforcement, emergency services, school districts, colleges, and universities. The DOJ alleges Vachon, a Canadian national, specifically targeted the healthcare sector during the COVID-19 pandemic. He was extradited to the U.S. last week on charges of conspiracy to commit computer fraud and wire fraud, intentional damage to a protected computer, and transmitting a demand in relation to damaging a protected computer. Canadian law enforcement officials arrested Vachon in January. They also seized 719 Bitcoin from his home. Okay, here we go there. They seized it from his home. So he was at least smart enough to not have his Bitcoin sitting on an exchange somewhere. He had it in a private wallet in his home. So that's like you having a safe and you have your money in your home. Whenever there's a drug bust that goes on and the officials confiscate physical cash, they seized your money. Same concept here. They seized his physical. Why? Because they found his private keys. I am public right now, so I am not going to talk about alternatives because I don't want to be seen as trying to show people how to evade authorities. But if you go through crypto education, let's just say you'll learn how to protect your assets. Unlike when somebody knows that their car is going to be repoed, so they don't park it at their home overnight. They try to hide their car, right? So they seized it from his home, worth more than $28 million at the time of writing, in addition to $790,000 in Canadian currency. This dude was living it up. Explains Assistant Attorney General Kenneth A. Polite Jr. of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. As exemplified by the seizure of cryptocurrency by our... no, I don't want to say that. I'm going to get in trouble. As exemplified by the seizure of cryptocurrency by our Canadian partners, we will use all legally available avenues to pursue seizure and forfeiture. There's a key word there. Not only will they seize it, but they're saying if you break certain laws, you now forfeit your asset of the alleged proceeds of ransomware, whether located domestically or abroad. The department will not cease to pursue and seize cryptocurrency ransoms, thereby thwarting the attempts of ransomware actors to evade law enforcement through the use of virtual currency. He could have buried his public keys, private keys, I mean. Shut up, Brandon. All right, next up. Top crypto analysts issue Bitcoin warning. Predict a final capitulation event for Big TC. What do you think is going to go to 20,000 or something? I hope it does, actually. At least one more time. A pair of closely tracked crypto strategists are warning that Bitcoin is gearing up for a severe corrective event that could send Bitcoin close to the $30,000 price area. Well, we've seen that. That's not because right now we're sitting at 39,000. So we were there. Let's look at this closely. The last time we got that low was, let's go back. Was it 30 days ago? Let's look at the chart here. You know what I didn't do? We didn't show our secondary portfolio because I bought some coins the other day. Nah, we'll do that. We'll do that on Crypto Talk tomorrow, just for the ILCA community. Come on, bring up the chart for me. All right, let's go back. $30 days, February 14th. Okay, here, that was at 35K. February 24th. Let's go back further. 90 days. Okay, we reached 33,000 on January 24th. 33,000. Then it touched 34,000. So it can come back to it, and right now we're here. So if I'm looking at my long chart on buying the dip, one of the strategies on buying the dip is you always buy the third dip. So here we got 1 dip, 2 dips, 3 dip, buy. Why? Because it came right back up. Then you sell. So since this pop up here, this is a fake out. 1 dip, 2 dips. Oh, he's right. We need one more dip. We need a third dip. All right, guys, this is where crypto education is important. I just showed you guys one of the strategies in trading. I call it buying the dip. I pull the microscope back here. From the high here, we had 1 dip, 2 dip, third dip, buy. You buy on the third dip. 1 dip, 2 dip. We haven't had the third dip yet. Okay, let's see. Crypto analyst smart contractor tells his Twitter followers that he sees Bitcoin setting a bull trap at 42,000 in the coming days before pulling back to 29,000. So if he is correct, again, I'm not telling you what to do, but here is what I may do if he is correct in this. If this sucker pops up to 42K, I'm going to be watching the charts, because I still do not believe we can even begin to go back into bull territory until after tax season, April, 15th or so. So if this pops up to like 42% or so, I'm tethering. And then I'm going to wait and watch it drop back down into this range, 30 to 33,000. Then I'm going to get back in. I might do the same thing with Ethereum. I will do the same thing with Ethereum. Now, again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just reading the charts, checking the news. That's why we do crypto talk. We can see these things happening. And then I'm buying back in, buying that dip. Okay. Bitcoin looking like redistribution here. I reckon we go sideways for probably another 10 days or so, and then get a final capitulation washout. So he says, this is what's been frustrating me, because on some of my trades, I'm looking for short term, but the activity, look at this, all freaking week it's been sideways like this. I want a little bit more jagged going on. So when you see it like this, everybody's going to speculate, is it going to pop up or is it going to pop down? I'm leaning more towards, especially with war going on right now, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better with Russia and Ukraine. The worst of it is when we start seeing what goes on in Kiev. We start seeing the governments try to regulate crypto and seize more assets and block people's ability to send crypto around to avoid sanctions. I'm more on the Bitcoin going down a little further. So I'm more agreeing with him a bit. But for 10 more days, okay, that will put us at getting close to the end of the month. And even then we've got tax day going into April. Yeah, I'm going to still hold a bearish mode on this. Fellow crypto analyst, altcoin Psycho shares the same bearish view. Okay, we have another analyst saying the same thing. Look at this. Look at this dip here, drop. What chart is it? So look, he pulled the microscope back just like I did. He went back 90 days. 1 dip, 2 dip, 3 dip, buy right here. And then look at this. This is when you sell. You buy low, you sell high. Now we're seeing he's waiting for the third dip. You see this? 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. 1 dip, 2 dips. Now he's waiting for this third. But look how far he's saying it's going to go. 29,000. All right, I think I'm right on this one. In a new strategy session, the crypto strategist says one of the things that he's looking for in Bitcoin is a massive liquidation event that flushes out excessive leverage in the market, similar to what happened in Bitcoin in June 2021. Those of you who have bought my courses on how to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, there's a video called Buying the Dip, where you will see what I'm talking about right now. You're seeing it live, but that lesson will show you what I'm talking about. Okay. If we can go below 32,000, I'm going to go risk on pretty heavy, meaning he's buying in big time. Now, there's a good chance that we could go much lower. I don't care. See, if Bitcoin hits like 30,000 or 29,000 and I go big on it, I'm not going to have a problem if it keeps dropping to like 25,000 to 20. All right. I'm not going to be like, oh man, I should have waited. Nope. Because there's not that much difference when Bitcoin goes to 100,000 and beyond between 25,000 and 29,000. I took this risk early on. Don't try to get it to the exact bottom, because what happens is you'll do what I did. I went to the bathroom for 5 minutes after watching the charts for 5 hours, and I missed the whole thing. Missed the whole mark. That pissed me off, and I walked away from day trading after that. That's a true story. I still trade, but from the day-to-day, looking at the charts like a maniac, I stopped doing it on that one. I learned a lesson on that. So anyways, he's saying there's a good chance that it might not repeat in June of last year. But if there's anywhere out of this current situation, out of this current scenario, to bet big and to try to buy some blood in the markets, it would be around this level. You want to know another measuring stick to use? When you see the media start screaming about Bitcoin crashed, that's when you buy. If you don't know how to read the charts, but you're watching TV all day, in the moment you start seeing Forbes, Fortune, Fox Business, Yahoo Finance, you start seeing any of them talking about the crash of Bitcoin, that's your signal. Buy. You do the opposite of what the media is saying. You will win 90% of the time. So while both traders see one final capitulation event, they also believe that Bitcoin will likely bottom out after the correction. Okay. Crypto traders are bullish on Bitcoin, XRP, and Binance Coin, but bearish on one large cap altcoin. Bearish. The crypto analytics firm says traders have become optimistic on Bitcoin and a pair of large cap altcoins. Sentiment is detailing a breakdown of trader sentiment on specific large cap crypto assets. The company's analysis shows that starting on approximately March 10th, traders began to see upside potential for Bitcoin, as well as the payments asset Ripple and Binance Coin, which is a native token of the crypto exchange Binance and the core crypto asset of Binance Smart Chain. In addition, the company calls out Polkadot as a crypto asset. Polkadot. Do we have a strong position on Polkadot? I'm sure we do. Let's take a look, because we didn't look at our secondary portfolio. I might have to make a note to increase Polkadot. I don't think I even had it in my top 10 on our secondary portfolio. What? I don't care about that. All right, let's bring up our secondary portfolio. And again, guys, this was started from scratch, from zero. Our goal is to get it to 100,000 by the summer and then watch it grow to 1 million by default after that. All right, so let's see our Polkadot positioning. Let's let this load up. Okay. This account, we're up $76 in the last 24 hours. I moved money to my main portfolio, by the way, by Bitcoin, because I'm only accumulating that. So I have bought Bitcoin on here and I moved it. So that's why it dropped. Chronos, we still, because the market came down, all these tokens were over $1,000 each. But Polkadot. I don't have it in this portfolio. We never got Polkadot here. No. What in the world? How did I not add to this? I own it in another portfolio, but I have not added to this in a long time. No, I think you said we were going to watch it. So I made note to watch this. Well, we need to make a new note now. This is something that we need to buy. 315. Buy Polkadot. Wow. Okay. So I'll put that down on the notes. It is a top 10 token that I don't have in my secondary portfolio. Let's take a quick look at this, a deep dive. It's worth $17, 1.1 billion tokens in total supply at $17. Wow. All-time low was a year ago. It was at $2.70. All-time high was 4 months ago. Let's do a quick dream mode on this. So if you bought $1,000 worth a year ago at $2.70, and then 8 months later, you got 370 tokens. 8 months later, it reaches $54.98. Your $1,000 would have grown to $20K in less than 1 year. $20K. Now, here's another thing I'm looking at. It's 68% from its all-time high. Marnita, what did I teach you about this? This is a question that you asked. You got in on that last year, Marnita? Look at that, at 68.2%. That means that's buying territory. We're buying the dip on this. So it will reach its all-time high again. So no matter what you purchase it at today, you're looking to gain at least 68% on your money. I just don't know when it will reach its all-time high, but it will. So yeah, I need to buy this. Next time I have new money come in. So price currently right now is at $17.54. All right. How did I not? Dang. Okay. So Polkadot. A comparison of crypto's top assets by market cap reveals Bitcoin, Ripple, and Binance Coin are showing signs of traders expecting price rises. Meanwhile, Polkadot is one of the few top caps where trader sentiment is more negative than usual. Looking back, Standamount says 2 Ethereum rivals have taken volume away from Bitcoin in the last 12 months. The firm says that Ethereum competitors Luna and Solana, we do have those. Ethereum and Solana. Solana and Terra Luna, I mean. There's Solana. That's one I want to have at $10,000. And Luna, there's another one I want to have at $10,000 as soon as possible. Okay. So Luna and Solana. The past year has seen major changes in trading interest. It's been well documented that Luna and Sol have emerged into the top 10 market cap assets with very high volume. But this has come at the expense of Bitcoin and Ethereum, seeing their volume drop off. Okay. Although Bitcoin has seen its volume decline in the past months, sentiment says that the traders still, the optimism among Bitcoin traders comes as fellow intelligence firm Glassnode reports a rise in the amount of Bitcoin that's being transferred to owners who tend to hold their coins for the long haul. Illiquid Bitcoin supply represents coins held in wallets with little to no history of spending it. It is now 3.2 times larger than liquid and highly liquid supply combined. The whales are accumulating and holding. They are not selling. That should tell you something. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Accumulate. Turn turning the tides. That was 2019 to 20. ILCA liquid supply. Okay. All right. Last up. Under the radar altcoin erupts 4,300% in less than a week. So this is the things. What if we could have found this token before it went up 4,300%? Who is it? What is it? An altcoin encouraging health and fitness is achieving major milestones on the price charts just days after being listed on global crypto exchange Binance. Green Metaverse token. All my green holders, pay close attention to this. My CMO was just sharing a message with me about what's going to happen in the future of crypto with energy prices, and that the environmental sector, the green sector, is going to explode in crypto. We've been mining green for like 4 years now. And it's already being traded right now. I'll show you, for example, on Uniswap. And I think 1 inch, I think, is also trading green. The price of it right now is what? 0.004. Let me look. Let this load up. But if this follows Gala, we're good. But I think it's going to go much, much higher than Gala. So we're looking at that 0.0. It's less than half a penny right now. But when this goes on Binance, like what's what happened to this one, it got listed on Binance and went up how much? 4,300%. GMT is a step-in governance token, while Green Satoshi token, we keep seeing green all over the place, is the game token. According to Binance, users can earn tokens by purchasing sneaker fungible tokens, NFT. What? Purchasing sneaker NFTs from the Step-In app. I've never heard of this. Have you guys heard of the Step-In app? Have you guys even heard of GMT? If you have, type me in the chat box if you're familiar with this. In participating in real-life exercise activities, which are tracked by their phones' built-in GPS features. Really? There is also a feature to mint NFT. Wait. Let me go back. The app is called Step-In app. Am I able to, if I can still view my phone, will this pull up? The App Store. What is the App Store called again? Play Store. Play Store. Not now. Step-In. Let me make sure I'm spelling this right. Oh, STEPN. So they didn't do it. All right. STEPN. Step-In app. You guys heard of this one? Yeah, I want to install it because I'm curious. I'm going to be getting back to all of my walking. I used to walk like 3 to 5 miles a day. So summertime's right around the corner. I need to get back to doing that. Looking good again. Let's open this up. I gotta create an account. Okay, I'm gonna play with that later. Are you buying Green Satoshi? I don't know. I'm gonna have to research Green Satoshi. I'm already big on green itself, which is another project we've been mining for a while. But I'm gonna have to look at these other tokens as well. But like this one, GMT. Let's look at what they have it at. Step-In. Nobody knows about it yet. Number 272. 30 cents is down 12%. But I don't know. This one looks different. This is up 191% in the last 4 days. Was its all-time low was 4 days ago. All-time high is 1 day ago. Is this the same token? Let's see. Is it being sold on Binance? Yeah. That's the same token. So what are they talking about here? Step in GMT, 30 cents. What do they mean 4,300%? Show me the all-time max. All right, so that's confusing me. Green metaverse token. But anyways, okay. I'm going to research this one. There is also a feature to mint custom NFT sneakers for sale, as well as convert GST for US dollar coin. In addition to governance, GMT's roles include earning staking rewards and gaining access to in-app features through burning. Oh, I know why. Because they didn't list this until 4 days ago. That's why it's only showing up 191%. Wherever it was listed before, it's risen by 4,300%. So this is one of those things, if you got in on the pre-sale of it, or you heard about it in a private community group, yeah, you made a killing on this. So ultimately, there's going to be 6 billion tokens. This could go at 6 billion tokens. It could go to 10, 15, or $20. Let's dream mode this on $10. $1,000 at 30 cents, 3,300 coins. And then it goes to $10. Your 1,000 would have grown to 33,000. So it's still, you can still make a good profit off of this, but that's potential. You know, that's not a guarantee. That's just potential. What else does this say? Project backers include investment firms Sequoia, Alameda Research, and Solana Capital. All right, you're on my list. Buy GMT. And the current price is at 30 cents. That is, I'm making my notes for what I'm going to do. That doesn't say what you should do, but I like where that's going there. Okay. Binance first announced it was adding GMT to its roster of crypto assets last Tuesday. Dang. If I had read about that last Tuesday, we could have made a move on it. It was valued at 1 cent. Now it's at 30 cents. Are you kidding me? StepN officially, I was sick last Tuesday. StepN officially went live on the Binance exchange and then witnessed a series of upward prices increases and ultimately peaked at 44 cents on Sunday for a mind-boggling 4,300% increase. GMT has corrected down 17% of the time of riding at 35 cents. It's now 30 cents. All right. Do you guys now see the importance of participating in crypto talks? You never know what we're going to find. You never know how it's going to benefit you. So, like I said, I've been doing crypto talks for free for the last 4 years. Since 2017, actually, I started. And right now, crypto talks are only in the ILC community Monday through Friday. I will do Saturdays for the open community so that they don't think I disappeared. But once a week for the public, 5 days a week privately. You've got to be a part of the ILCA community, and all you have to do is register. You see it scrolling at the bottom, ilcachallenge.com. Register for free. Now, here's the thing, though. Come April 1st, all the crypto talks are paid for you to have access to them. Paid access to the crypto talks. If you're a VIP or higher, you get grandfathered in for $19.99 a month. If you are a VIP or higher. If not, come April 1st, it's $29.99. What are you getting for that? Well, one, you're getting at least an hour with me 6 days a week. I charge $200 an hour for my time. So you're getting 6 days a week. I'll pull the calculator up and do the math on that. 6 times 4, that's 24 hours just of me talking about crypto, reading the charts. That comes out to, if I charge $200 an hour, that's $4,800 that you get in for less than $1 a day. All right. Also, if you pay up front, you'll be able to pay for the entire year with 2 months off if you pay for it up front. That's a good question, Marnita. When we'll be able to make the payments? I got to check with my CMO when that's going to go live. I thought that might have started to go live sometime this week, meaning all the VIPs are going to get an email with the link so that they can get it at the grandfather price at $19.99. So not only are you going to get crypto talks, but you're getting me reading the charts. You're going to be able to see special interviews like I did with my mom. You're going to be able to see me creating a live crypto portfolio. A lot of people or so-called experts or gurus out there don't show their wallets. They don't show the money. They don't show the process. I'm taking you through the process. The goal of this is to be $1 million portfolio. And I've started from scratch, and I'm showing you how I'm doing it. Also what you're getting is the news, what's going on in the world, and our ability to find and build and add to our crypto portfolio. That information is priceless. There are others that charge $1,000 and more a month just to have that. So that's going to be coming on April 1st. But right now you can get in for free just by registering at ilcachallenge.com. We're also going to be at this Bitcoin event in Miami, Bitcoin 2022, April 6th through the 9th. April 6th through the 9th, Bitcoin 2022. There's some, promos going on where you get some discounts. So I will be in Miami for this event. And again, I'm going there not to flaunt, not to flex, not to stunt. I'm going there to learn. I want to learn. I'm like a sponge. I want to soak stuff up. I also want to be able to compare what I know to what these people on stage are talking about and see if they are sharing the right information. The most exciting thing to me is actually not the speakers, but this. You see all these booths? This is going to be me walking around. I'm going to have my backpack. I'm going to have my selfie stick, and I'm also going to be going live from the floor. Remember, I did this a couple of years ago. The last one I was at was what? Was it San Jose? I think I think it was San Jose, where I went live at the booths, because this is where you find the new and upcoming projects. On day 5 of our 5-day challenge, I talk about the path to becoming a crypto billionaire. It is not in your crypto portfolio. That's not how you're going to become a crypto billionaire. It's going to become from you investing in these upstart companies. Like, remember when the internet first got started in the 90s? What if you were able to invest in a Microsoft or a Alibaba or a Amazon or Facebook or YouTube, any of these that got started at the very beginning? Do you know what $100,000 would be worth today if you did it back then? So I'm going there to learn and see what's new, what's popping. Especially I'm most excited about is I want to see, because every time you go to a Bitcoin event like this, it's not just about Bitcoin and blockchain. It's also about augmented reality, virtual reality, fintech, Web3, and Internet of Things. I just finished our courses last night on the Internet of Things. It is huge. Once you see that stuff, your mind's going to be blown as far as the potential of what this technology is bringing to the world. Every single industry will be impacted, and I want to find out what new companies that I can invest in. So this is going to be the most exciting part for me, not the sitting in the lecture hall. I am going to do that as well. I want to listen to what the experts, like right here, I want to hear what they have to say. But a lot of times what this is, they are just, they love to hear themselves talk. and they want to outshine the person sitting next to them, and they want to promote their brand. In other words, eventually I'm going to be on that stage too. That's going to come in the future. So that's where we're going to be in Miami next month. And tonight, for those of you that are founding members, which means you purchased the crypto courses. When all is said and done, there will be more than 120 plus courses. 120 plus courses. If you are a VIP member, you get the courses. Oops, not that one. That's becoming a VIP. This one. Regular price is $29.97 for all the courses. If you are a VIP member, then you get it for $9.97. If you are a prior student of mine, then you get it for $500. Send me a message if you're a prior student of mine. You're going to get access to all of this stuff. We also have a payment plan. For those who say, well, you know, Brandon, do you have a payment plan I can use? Yes. So when you go to step 2, you have a payment plan. You can do 3 months for $400 or 2 months for $550 or one time upfront for $997. And you're done at that point. After that's just crypto talk. And this is just the beginning, because you can even become a promoter. How would you like to make money that you can use to now build your crypto portfolio? All you have to do is share it with others, invite people to the 5-day challenge for free. If they upgrade to VIP or if they purchase the courses, I'm going to give you 10%. How about that? You don't have to become the teacher. Let the system teach them, and you earn 10%. We've already had individuals make more than $2,000. What can you use that $2,000 for? What if you put it towards one of the coins I talked about, and a year from now it goes up 200%? It happens. Now, also founding members will be able to participate in our, let me show you also, once you become a founding member, then you will be able to log in to where our university, the Ivy League Crypto Academy University, where all of our courses, there's going to be here, you see 3, there's going to be 7. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Cryptocurrency, IoT, DeFi, NFT, and Metaverse. 7 of them is going to be here in your back office when you log in. And every Tuesday and Thursday, I do a live class for all the members who have purchased the crypto education. So tonight is Tuesday. Tonight, we are now in advanced crypto, because last Thursday, I think we finished Bitcoin 101. So tonight we will be beginning advanced crypto. And actually, guys, last Thursday, I went out of order. The last one we did was how to build a crypto portfolio. That is not until the end of advanced crypto. So I went out of order. The reason why I picked it up, because I was looking at one of my clients that I did a special crypto advanced crypto for, and I was looking at that version, and I pulled the wrong file. So you guys got that one early, but the first one today is, what are we? I don't remember what we're talking about tonight, but we're going to be doing 2 lessons for tonight in advanced crypto. So I'll see you guys there. If you are not an advanced side, you still have time. It is not streamed live. It's in a private Zoom link that all of the founding members get. Just get back to the person who invited you. They'll show you how you can purchase the courses, and you will be invited to the live class. It's one thing watching a video. You can stop, pause, rewind it, come back to it at your convenience, which is cool. But it's another when you got me live, because I don't just read. I'm also stopping and I'm giving content. I'm sharing either some life experience, and I like to tell stories. And then you're able to ask questions, so I can get your questions answered. Again, that is 2 hours every Tuesday and Thursday night that you're getting, and you only paid one time. All right, everybody, I will see you all tonight. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for our class. Advanced Cryptos begins tonight All of our old crypto teach classes will also be in the university, so that if you've come in on late and you say I missed out on the beginning courses, you can always go back and watch those recordings. And then once I finish everything, I go back and I do it all over again and start it all over again. But this week we want to promote for the 5-day challenge next week. 5-day challenge next Monday. If every one of you just invited 5 people, watch how fast this community explodes and expands. Oh, I also forgot to mention another added bonus for those of you that's paying for the Crypto Talk is that my CMO is going to be doing some trainings on marketing, how to market ILCA. What if you guys had t-shirts with the QR code on it? Or you had a water bottle with your QR code. So when somebody scans, it goes straight to your ILCA invite site. So that's an 8-figure earner that's going to be teaching you guys there. All right. So with that, take care, everybody. And I will see you all tonight. Bitcoin Brandon out. And again, if my mom is still listening, thank you, Mom, for stepping out of your comfort zone. I know that wasn't easy to do, but you did an awesome job. I love you and I appreciate it. Bye-bye, everybody.